these guys know what you need really, because of having all the CV ramp up and the mock interviews really help you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the second part of our success interview with Pratik. Today from Bangalore, who is now based in Cologne. We just talked in our first part of the interview how the process went, how he found a job in Germany. And now we want to find out how life and also, of course, work is actually in Cologne. Pratik, welcome back. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good as well. Thank you. Pratik, we talked in the first part about the process while you were in India, in Bangalore. Now you got the contract. Take us on your journey. How did the relocation part go for you? We start with the visa. You signed the contract. What happened? How did the visa process go for you?
I was very lucky to found the company where the HR would take care of my visa process with respect to the documentation part, right? So this was my first international movement. So I had like minimal of exposure and experience with respect to the documentation. What all, even though you find things on the Google on the internet, but things would go wrong even if you don't have a practice and experience. So I had one in that part. I was very lucky that the company which I joined. So the HR was really helpful for me, and he worked with the documentation part, and he segregated everything, and he gave it to me, and we booked a visa appointment, and so we went to the VFS Global Bangalore, and there we had an appointment, and we got the visa in 15 days. So
Okay,
after
so you
that,
and your wife went to the appointment together.
yeah, true,
Then
true. Yeah.
you 15 days later you had the visa in your hand, yeah?
Right, right. 15, 20
Oh,
days I
good.
had work visa. Yes.
Wow, okay, great. Yeah. The visa process speeded up a lot in India, in Bangalore. So we have also some records within 1 week.
Uh,
For everyone, if you want to apply for a job, then you get a contract here in Germany. You just need to go to the embassy with all the documents. Yes, companies do support you in most cases. I would say 70 to 85% of the companies do that. If not, Pratik, you also know about our program. We guide you here as well in case the
true,
company
true. Yeah.
does not support you. And the process, especially from India, but also from other parts of the world, is quite strict. And we know how the process goes. What, of course, important is that you have the contract in your hand.
Right.
Signed contract from both parties. And Pratik, then 15 days, you had your notice period, you decided to move to Germany. How did you find a place to stay in Cologne?
Yeah. Initially, when I got the contract and applied for the visa, I started for the apartment hunt from there itself. It was tough initially to get hold of your the letter which you have to prepare for applying for an apartment, right? So you have to prepare a kind of an apartment, the letter for which you have to apply for an apartment, and the owner checks all your biodata kind of a thing. So whether if it is okay, then he will give an appointment to you for the viewing or online viewing, and then he will give you the apartment. So for
Okay,
my
so you had some agency support to find the right place.
right. Initially, before hiring an agent, I was looking for myself, like if I can find my own. Because in India, it's really easy to get an apartment on your own. You don't have to go to much brokers. In metro cities, it would be hard from if you don't know the native language. But here also it was same thing for me. So since and I don't know German, so I was a little. Maybe I was not getting calls because of that. So I had to do everything in English. So then I decided to hire an kind of an agent who can just get me a apartment for short term. So then I had an agent. So they did all the documentation, everything on applying on my behalf. Then the online viewing was possible because of them. So then I finalized the apartment. Even though you don't get, rarely you would get a long term apartment when you come from for the first time. But now I'm in the short term apartment as it is, like
Mhm.
6 months.
You said that you're gonna short term mean 6 months, right?
Right.
And this is also what we recommend everyone actually find something where you can stay for a period of time,
Yeah,
out the location, the environment in the city. There are different neighborhoods, and you will find out where you really want to work and live, of course, and how long it takes to the office, how often you need to go to the office, etc., etc. And after a couple of months, you will find out where you really want to find an apartment to stay. Also, of course, if you have kids regarding schooling, kindergarten, etc., etc. Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Great. So you got your apartment. You showed me the apartment before. It looks very nice. And
Thank you. Yeah.
now how long does it take it from your home to the office? How long does it take?
Uh, yeah, so from here, from my current apartment, it's really near the tram, the S-Bahn or the tram station, right? So the subway train, you could say,
Mhm.
it is really near, just to 2 minutes walk for me to get the train. And from
Okay.
there, I have to go to Cologne city. And from the Cologne city, there is one more train I have to catch. So two trains, it would take around 1 hour for me. Yeah.
1 hour in total?
Yeah, total. Yeah.
Okay, that's quite a long time. So you live a bit more outside, yeah?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
true.
that's of course also good in terms that the rents are lower if you are not in the heart of the city, let's say,
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
center.
yeah.
Do you go to office every day?
Currently, my the working model is a hybrid model, so um, 2 days a week to the office. Yeah,
Okay. And let's jump in to talk a bit more about work life, which was, as you mentioned in the first part, one
yeah.
motivation for you to move to Germany. How is the work-life balance? How is work in Cologne in Germany?
Yeah, I would say it is really quite different what you find back in India, right? So people do have kind of a thing where you have to give daily updates on like very stringent kind of timelines. But here it's quite different, where you find you have to have a daily stand up. You just have to give your updates, and you have to, if there is any kind of a time crunch or something, just open up, you just tell to your manager and everything will be okay. No, not like very what you find in India. It is very stringent and it's very micromanagement, I could say. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not there here. Yeah.
Okay. And you work with a team in a hybrid model as well. Um, is it international? Do you need to speak German? This is one of the most frequently asked question, I would say, from um, coaches or interested people who want to move to Germany. Do you speak German? Do you need to speak German?
No, no, definitely no. For especially for the guys in IT, right? So you don't need to speak German for your day-to-day job.
Mhm.
Just have to learn German to get adapted to the culture and to the environment here for daily stuff, for the groceries, everything. So for that kind of stuff, so for your daily needs, you need to learn German. Otherwise, in your office, you really don't need to speak German. And even though there are people who are purely German, they know German, they speak it's mostly of English when there is a work being done. So there is no requirement.
Where are your colleagues from?
Yeah, my colleagues are mostly from they are widespread from across all the nations. Okay,
Okay.
Egypt. There are from Egypt, US, and from Guatemala. Everyone is spread across there. Our team is a lot of diverse. Okay, so it's
Okay, that's
not
cool.
all Germans. Yeah.
Okay, very good. So, hybrid model, no micro management, and how does a day look like for you then? You said you have the daily stand-down where the team comes together. Give us some more insights. How does a typical day looks for you now?
Yeah, the my typical, I have to fulfill the 40 hours timeline in a week, so 8 hours per day. So you can log in at 8, 7, 9 anytime, and just you have to complete 8 hours for the day. And no one will be watching, but you have to be very strict on your own ethical rights. So that's the only thing here. And morning, yeah, 8 o'clock login. There will be a stand up for the day before the lunch.
Mhm.
So we have a stand up, we collaborate everyone, and if there is any doubts, we call upon each other and have kind of a one to one discussion or a team discussion. then there will be a 1 hour or half an hour break you can take on your own. Since if it's sometimes it is home office, you can take that leisure. You can take the lunch time anytime,
Yeah.
and then you break at 4 or 5 max. Yeah, and
Okay. That
that's
means you just need to finish what's on your table, and that is
correct.
doable within 7 to 8 hours in a relaxing manner. That means you have enough time to for life as well, not only work.
Right.
So
True. True.
you feel what you expected or what you have dreamed out about work-life balance in Germany. Is it what you were expecting?
Yeah, true. I was expecting the same thing, similar
Mhm.
manner. Okay, so you don't even after 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, you would still be on the computer in India. So if there is any kind of a work hunch and there is any kind of a blocker, so you would still sit for the whole day and try to solve it and finish it. Even though there will be stretching things here, you don't have to cross after 4 5. You can just log off and continue the same tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, okay, interesting. Yeah. And looking just shortly about your tech stack, you said, or we said that you're a Java developer, you have 7 years of experience, um, worked a lot with Spring Boot. When we talk now about the technical differences, if we talk about also what you can share with the community for other Java developers, in your experience now, what does a Java developer really needs to make it here in Germany?
Yeah, I would say Java 11 would be like like past 1 year it was like Java 8 you need to know very
Mhm.
strictly, but now it is more of Java 11. I would say if you know really you'll be par than other Java developers. And then the Spring Boot, the if you are in backend, pure backend, Spring Boot is mandatory.
Mhm.
And then the cloud technologies, you would say. Uh,
AWS, Azure, which one do you work?
yeah, I have an experience in AWS and GCP, but here in my company they are using Azure, so I'm learning that as well now. Uh,
Okay, I
so
guess it's not that different from the other providers. What about microservices and Kubernetes?
yeah, in the DevOps side, I would say you have to learn, you have to have a hands-on Docker experience. From that, you can go to the next level like Kubernetes. If you have Kubernetes, really very good. You're crossing again that par mark than other developers to get a job here. And Kubernetes, of course. And with respect to the databases, if you have like NoSQL and SQL both experience, right? You're outstanding. You will get more opportunities here. If you stick to only one database, you would not get much of jobs here. Much, I would say.
Okay. In general, OOPS concepts, test-driven development,
Yeah,
BDD, etc. Is that also relevant for your job?
yeah. Test-driven development and also domain-driven design, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
there are like working across different kind of industries, right? So you need to understand the domain. So everyone is following that kind of an architecture here, that like your whatever you run the IT the projects, right, it should be more of your domain driven, whatever the company is working for. So you know, with respect to the industries, right, so the different kind of industries, finance, insurance, and hospitality,
Mhm.
everyone has their own kind of a domain. So people are moving all the projects towards the domain driven design so that they can efficiently manage the code and manage the projects across the industries. Yeah.
Okay, right. Great. Thanks for sharing. And Pratik, maybe last thing about further insights, advices for Java developers. Let's say everyone above 5 years of experience from Bangalore, from India, from all over the world, whoever wants to move to Germany, Europe, what other advice can you give them?
Yeah, I would say first of all, the CV, whatever you make, it should be very tight in the sense you should justify your CV.
Mhm.
You should keep it very crisp. You don't have to put all the junks over there, and you don't have to make up anything. Whatever you know, just put in your resume. Concentrate on upgrading yourself to Java 11. I'm having microservices experience, and some kind of DevOps hands-on experience would really make you very different from other candidates.
Boost your
And
profile.
yeah, and the thing is, yeah, I would say I would really recommend if you can join Find a Job in Germany program. I would say because these guys know what you need really. Because of having all the CV ramp up and the mock interviews really help you with respect to the preparation. Not only just a CV ramping, the mock interviews also from my coach or the mentor before every interview really help for me to perform what's really needed, what would be the probable questions to be asked in the interview. That's really different from India what we would get. There is a lot of soft side which we would miss if we have to prepare on our own. That is really prepared by the coach before the interview. That really helped for me basically to get on the to get covered up on the soft side. Technical side, anyway, people who are looking for a job, they would be learning day to day, if they are really dedicated. But on the soft skill side, I would say we would really miss some opportunities, and you get 2 to 3 at least soft skills questions in every interview. Even in tech interview, I've seen based on the technical question, right? So even though you answer a good technical question, your answer is correct, the way you answer it with no attitude, with very very down to earth attitude. So these kind of things really matter for you to crack the interview and get to the next round. So I would really say to get into Find a Job in Germany, I would say I would really recommend it.
What a nice ending. Thank you very much, Pratik, for your time to share your insights, your experience with us here with the community. Thank you so much. There is Carnival coming up in Cologne, so
True.
take care of yourself. Yeah,
Sure, sure.
be a crazy time for you starting in February. All the best, and
Yeah,
we keep in touch. And again,
sure.
very much.
Thank you very much,
Take
Rahul. Yeah,
care.
good
Bye
day.
bye.
Bye.
So if you want to do it like Pratik as a Java developer or any other kind of developer and you want to move to Germany, let us know. Get in touch with us. You find the link just below the video, and we are looking very much forward to get to know you. We will analyze your profile and see if we can help you to get your foot into the market and come here and work in Germany. All the best to you. Take care. Bye.